Well, let's talk about tonight's game, Glenn. Myers Riders has traditionally been a really good foe for the Ravens. You've had some really tough games against that program, and you've come out the victor, probably in more than you've lost. Talk a little bit about tonight's game.
You know what, we're just excited to be able to play. Unfortunately, the situation with London, we didn't get to play our last regular season game, so it's been a few weeks, I think about 22 days or something since we played, and we're just excited to be able to play football again and get back on the field and compete again. Our kids have been really dialed in and working hard, and you know, again, Myers is a solid football program, but again, we worry about what we do and we take care of what we do, and if we do that, we'll be fine.
Well, I know you told me that you had a good group of defensive practices this week in particular.
We did. I mean, we've been flying around the field the last couple of weeks and just playing some real top-notch football defensively. And, you know, we played pretty solid defense all season. We've only given up 29 points, I think, in all of our games. And we got a solid group here, and hopefully we continue to play that way tonight.
And Cole Thompson has done a good job in the absence of Bassick Haddon. But Bassick Haddon's back tonight. That should make a difference, too.
Absolutely. He's back, and the guy's a talented young man. I mean, we've been playing kind of banged up over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks without Darian, without Keanu Elliott sometimes, without some linemen, without a couple of defensive linemen. I think today we almost have everybody back in the lineup. I think, you know, we had an unexpected young man, Dayton Canto, you know, is out of the lineup tonight. But I think besides that, we have pretty much everybody back in the lineup. So we're almost full power.
Glenn, you mentioned that we didn't play London, and there was a valid reason for that. Both of us lost a good friend in head coach KJ Kenemy.
Yeah.
And Jay was a great guy. You and I both attended the funeral, and it was a packed house at Alumni Field House in London. Talk a little bit about your relationship with KJ.
You know what? Just a tremendous coach, friend, mentor. You know, we talk daily. Even though he's from London and we have a huge rivalry, we joked and had a tremendous relationship. We did a lot of stuff with those guys in the off season with some camps and some flags and different things. And I mean, the guy honestly was a legend. To replace KJ Kenemy, I'm not sure you can replace him. He's just worked at every level. And just, you know, he's such a quality guy, he couldn't cut a kid. He would keep 70, 80, 90 guys on a roster because he's just a great guy and didn't have the heart to cut people. He's just a quality individual that I had a tremendous friendship with and you know, got to you know, work with him and do some things with him and had a lot of fun with him.
And in some cases he even paid for kids so they could play.
He did. You know, and the crazy thing with KJ is he just did it. He never talked about it. He just did it, and it was silent, and he always did it. Like, you know, it wasn't just football. It was taking kids for spikes and gloves and dinners and you name it. He's done it. They're just, you know, it was just such a difficult thing when I got the phone call that early Thursday morning. You know, it was just it was just a difficult weekend.
And one of the things, too, with KJ, he was with the quarterback coach of the University of Western Ontario Mustangs, and just a couple of weeks before his passing, he received his championship ring from winning the Vanier Cup.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, he was involved in every level from London Minor to all the way up to the Beefeaters, to Western Mustangs, to Junior Mustangs, to you name it. He's coached there and he's done it, and he's worked with kids day in and day out. He worked with kids, and that's just what he loved to do. And like I said, he was an absolute legend for the game of football, not just in London, just for the game of football in general. I could call that guy and he would do anything to help us out, and vice versa. Like, we joked a lot and we had a lot of fun together, and you know, it was just just very tragic, very difficult day.
And he overcame that serious injury he had when he was the head coach of the Steelbacks, the London Steelbacks, when they were playing down in Indiana in the head-on collision. 11 players were injured, and KJ was injured grievously, but it didn't let him stop. It didn't stop him, Glenn.
You know what? It didn't. I mean, the guy he was a tireless worker, 24/7. He did, you know, he worked with teams and kids, and like I said, I mean, I had a tremendous amount of respect for KJ. He was a very, very good friend, and you know, we joked a lot, and I teased him a lot, and you know, he used to get all fired up about we call that no-fly zone we have down here, and he was so looking forward to playing us because I teased him every day about not being able to pass against us and stuff like that, and you know, again, 2 days before we got to play, it was an unfortunate situation, and it just couldn't happen, and you know, it was just difficult. Sometimes, you know, you really take a look at the way life goes and the things that are important. And I mean, you know, football is a game, and there's just some things that are far more important than the game of football.
You're so right, Glenn. And You know, London has lost a tremendous man in their community, but the entire province has lost a stalwart in our game.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I mean, he's done it not just with our kids, with his kids. He's done it with everybody. He would help anybody out. No matter what it was, he would help. And he's a legend. Like the guy, he'd be, I don't know if you can replace him. I really don't think you can replace a guy that works like that. He's a tireless worker. He's a very, very good, was a very good husband, friend, you know, family guy. You know, his funeral was a testament of you know, his selflessness. Like, I mean, it was incredible.
Glenn, I appreciate you stopping by. KJ was a friend to both of us, and I know you and KJ were very tight. And you know something? There's a sense that maybe he's watching over us right now as we continue to play football.
You know what? I probably would have to agree with that. I mean, he's probably taking as much football as he possibly can.
Well, we'll be back right after this.